my favorite girl. You're so good. You get so many pets. High five. Thank you. Thank you. You're so smart. Ooh. This is so weird. Hi guys, it's Ivory and welcome to my channel. You're probably looking at this and thinking something's different. But what? It's like right at the tip of your tongue, but you can't exactly place it. But I think it's pretty obvious, so I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's my hair. It's up in a bun. I never have my hair up in a bun like this. People never recognize me when I have the bun. They're always like, excuse me, ma'am. And I'm like, it's me, it's Ivory. And they're like, oh my God, I didn't even recognize you with the bun. It's like in the movie Mulan where the main antagonist, I don't remember his name, but he's the leader of the Huns. And he's about to beat up on Mulan's man, Shang. And he's like, you took away my victory. And then she throws a slipper at him and she's like, no, I did. And then she puts her hair up in a bun and then he's like, oh, the soldier from the mountains. And then he goes to try and kill her. It's exactly like that. Now that we've placed the difference, we can go on with the rest of the video. I'm gonna be applying my makeup today with these very realistic, normal sized hands. In all seriousness, I did see this challenge done by many YouTubers. I believe Jamie French is the first one to do a full face of makeup with tiny hands, but I don't believe she was the first person to actually use tiny hands. She's just the first to use it with makeup. But as soon as I saw her do it, I was like, yes, that is the internet that I signed up for. So here we are. I'm gonna do my best. I'm pretty confident in my abilities because, I mean, I've been doing this for a year, so not exactly a novice no mo. We're gonna start off with primer today. I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Primer. Just gonna grab a little bit and just apply that all over my face. Usually in the T-zone, you know how it goes. And I'm just gonna apply some to my forehead as well as my chin, and then really concentrate it in like this middle section. And then with what's remaining, then you spread it out. That really hurt my ginormous cyst going on over here. But I'm gonna spread it out to the rest of my face. And then if you feel like you put on too much, just use your beauty sponge to absorb some of the product. Got it. I don't got it. Stay in my palms. Okay, so primer is on and it's flawless, of course. I quickly went and changed my hoodie because my sleeves were not long enough and I was just having a hard time dealing with that, let alone this situation. For foundation, I am using the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. This is my current favorite foundation. It has SPF in it, but I'm also gonna go ahead and mix a little bit of the Makeup Revolution Define and Conceal because this foundation is not great and I would never use it alone, but I don't want it just sitting in my makeup inventory. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of it to get rid of it, but I do not recommend this one alone. And then to buff out my foundation, I am using my Sigma Flat Top Kabuki. This is my favorite way to apply foundation because as you can see, it's flawless every single time. I do have a discount code with them, so if you're looking for a foundation brush, feel free to use the code ivorypcherry to save some money off. This gripping, I can't. I cannot. I give up. I'm gonna try with a beauty blender instead. Okay, yeah. This is really tiring. Makeuping is just so much work. It's really hard to just sit down and apply makeup sometimes and not know where the end result is gonna take you. It could really either be a masterpiece or it could be a complete disaster. I don't know why people don't take us more seriously. Okay, so maybe for the rest of the face, I'm just gonna slather it in like a lotion. Just really let the fingers melt with the foundation so it just really melts onto your face, you know, it just becomes one. You just become one with makeup. These fingers are really nice for just getting the inner part of the nose. Okay, so foundation is on. It's looking a little rough, but you know, it's too early to tell. You really have to wait for the whole look to come together before you can decide whether or not to scrap it. So we're gonna power through. I'm using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Medium 22, and I'm just gonna apply this to the under eyes so swiftly. A little bit on the forehead, the bridge of my nose, and my chin. Oh. It's on my carpet. And I think to avoid another foundation fiasco, I'm gonna start off with patting it into my skin with the warmth of my hands, of course, and then using a beauty sponge to fine tune the edges. Yes, maybe, perhaps. Ow! This zit, oh my god, it's so painful. You know my last video where I did 3 looks with the purple palette? This zit was forming when I was doing the first look. I stopped after the first look because I thought I was getting pink eye or something because it felt so bruised in this area. So I stopped after the first look and then I woke up and I have this huge ginormous zit right here, and for about 2 days it hurt to smile because just the way it crinkled. Ugh. And it never formed an egg so that I could pop it. And like when I turn to the side, do you see the altitude of this thing? It's insane. Now that we've blended it with our fingers, I'm just gonna blend it a little bit more because you know me, I'm a perfectionist. This has to look super good. Not that it doesn't already. I'm just saying, you know, there's always room for improvement. I don't know if you can see it in there, but I got an eye boogie. I'll just get that right now. There it is. Okay, so now we have to set the face. I'm gonna use my Coty Airspun, my tried and true. I'm really confident in my abilities and I know I want this to stay locked. I don't want it going anywhere. I wanna wear it all day, even though it's like 9:30 p.m. I wanna wear this till the sun comes up. And you know, you save a lot of time by just rolling the beauty blender full of powder across the face as opposed to just pouncing. This is a technique I've learned through my own practices and I think you should follow suit. Okay, so next I think we should do the brows because pretty fortunate in this case that my brows are naturally full. You just want to go nice and easy, make it look really realistic and just enhancing your natural brows. And sometimes you don't want to move the pencil, you want to kind of just move your face with it. I've learned that that really helps. We're gonna spoolie everything out so that, you know, everything looks a little more natural, a little more diffused. That actually doesn't look that bad. Okay, I'm not super mad at that. I'm gonna bronze next. I'm using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. There we go, I got this. Oh, I'm losing it. If I ever have enough money, the first thing I'm going to invent is makeup brushes with a rubber handle. Don't steal my invention. I'm pitching it to Shark Tank. And once I do, I'm gonna become a billionaire. There is no plan B, so I'm just gonna trust that you're not gonna steal my idea, okay? You can never forget the forehead. The forehead's super important. Okay, so next I'm gonna add some blush. And I'm just gonna drag it back. My makeup just looks so flawless when I move my face instead of my brush. These are the type of secrets that I do off of camera that I don't want you to know about to make my makeup look so flawless. But I'm sharing them with you guys because I'm just so generous like that. I'm gonna move on to my, this is backwards. I'm gonna move on to my eyes. I'm using the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette. I don't really want you to see it. You know, if you really wanted to see it, then you should have bought it yourself. I really have made some of the greatest friends on YouTube because in one video, I tried off a knockoff of the Jaclyn Hill palette and it was horrible. And I had said that I really did want that palette and I really did regret not purchasing it. And right after that video, Mary sent me a text saying that she's never gonna reach for this palette and that I could have it. And it was so sweet. I'm gonna link her information in the description box below, so please check her out. I'm not just saying that because she gave me a palette. I gave her a shout out a couple months ago actually. Definitely someone that's underrated here in the beauty community. I adore her. She is so amazing to talk to just about everything, whether it's makeup or YouTube or just my mental health. There's just something about the way that me and her connect that I feel like she really gets me and I'm just really thankful for her. So thank you, Mary, both for the palette and just for being amazing. But honestly, this palette, it's amazing. These shadows, just hold on. Just look at this pigmentation. I know. So as much as I would like to do a cut crease with multiple colors, I think my safest bet is to just do a really simple look. So I'm just going in with a neutral shade. This palette does not have the names underneath each shadow. You have to flip it over. we don't really have that type of time right now. It's really hard to control the brushes when they're even smaller. They just kind of slip right through. And it's okay if it's messy. I want it to look like that. I want it to look like I've been wearing it, you know, for a while, a little bit worn, kind of that just effortless beauty, just extremely minimalist and simple, just elegant. You know, these types of looks, they're timeless. You look back on your old photos and you'll be like, wow, that aged really well. A cut crease, a halo eye, you know, that may not stand to the test of time. And to tie this look all together, I'm just gonna add a little bit of shimmer on the lid. Nothing crazy, just a little subtle, a little something something. Sometimes with makeup, less is more, you know? So in this case, it's basically non-existent, but it just makes such a statement. I'm actually gonna take this shadow on a wet brush. That's the wrong side. And I'm gonna sweep it across my lid. I'm next gonna take some of the matte shadows from the top and just smoke out my lower lash line. I think I just need to let gravity do its job, because then it always stays on my face. It's just the pressure I can't really control. Gotta clean them up again. Okay, next off, we're gonna do mascara. I'm pretty scared about this one. Mascara was the one I was dreading the most out of all my steps. I'm just gonna only move my eyes, or my head, I should say. I will not stab my eye and lose it. Those bristles got in my eye and that really hurt. How am I supposed to save this? We can fix this. I'm just gonna take a cotton round. I'm gonna smoke it out. I'm gonna take the same brush that we used to smoke out my lower lash line, and I'm just gonna buff out this mascara and pretend that it was intentional. It looks like I have a black eye. Plan B, go in with some foundation and just cover it up. There we go, there we go. Okay, so the last thing we have is lips. Wish me luck. Look at that. This is what my lips look like when I actually put in the effort. 10 out of 10. So that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. This is by far the hardest makeup challenge that I've done up to date. The hardest was the eyes. The easiest was the foundation when I didn't use any applicator. Anything where I could just use the hands was the easiest. If you like when I do makeup challenges, please comment down below what other types of challenges you want me to do, because I love doing them. I just don't know which ones you want to see. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Pretend this is a thumbs up. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every single week. And also be sure to follow me on my social media. Everything is _ivorypcherry. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.